Good morning. I'm Marie Harrison, the Kids Rock Director, and I want to start out by first saying Happy Father's Day to all of the dads and granddads who are watching us this morning. You know, Father's Day is a day that we get to celebrate our dads and all that they do for us and our families. And I started thinking this week, if I were going to write a book called How to Be a Dad, well, where would I start? Dads do so many things. So I started thinking and looking through some pictures, and I found some ideas of things that I think make our dads extra special. The first thing is that dads have to be very, very strong. No matter how old you grow, your dad is still always able to lift you up to put the star or the angel on the very top of the Christmas tree. And no matter how big you get, your dad will always beat you in arm wrestling. The second thing about dads is that dads are very creative. This is a picture of Emma and her dad, and with her dad's help, Emma was able to turn a flower pot into a lighthouse complete with a working light. That's something only a dad could think of doing. The third thing about dads is that dads often get called on to help coach our teams, whether it's football or basketball or soccer, or maybe it's just coaching us out in the backyard and showing us how to throw the perfect curveball, or coaching us in the driveway and showing us how to ride a bike. Our dads make great coaches because they are so patient with us, because they know all the best tips and tricks, and because they want to give us the biggest high five when we finally master that new skill. But you know, as great as dads are, the very best dads get promoted someday to the title of granddad. And if I've learned one thing from watching the granddads in my life, it's that grandchildren should always be happy. This is a picture of my dad, Rick, better known as Paw Paw, and when he found out he was going to have little granddaughters, he went out and bought all the nail polish he could find and learned how to paint fingernails, because grandkids always have to be happy. This is another picture of Paw Paw with his grandson, Jack, and you'll notice that Jack has a very expensive camera around his neck, because Paw Paw taught us all that grandkids can do no wrong. And if they want to take pictures with the expensive camera, well, you should let them. The list of things that dads and granddads do could go on and on. They mow the grass. They cook dinner on the grill. They help us beat that level in the video game that we just can't master. But of all the things that our dads and granddads help us do, I think the one most important thing is that they help prepare us to someday go out into the world. Psalm 127 says that children are like arrows in the hands of a warrior, and blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. Did you hear that? Kids are like arrows. You are like an arrow, and your father is a warrior. But arrows aren't meant to just sit in a basket or sit in a quiver. Arrows are meant to be shaped and molded and sharpened, and when the time is right, arrows are meant to be launched out into the world. Your dads help to prepare you, to teach you, to coach you, so that someday, when the time is right, you can be launched out into the world. Our Heavenly Father God knew that there was a lot of things we would need to learn as we lived here on this earth. And I think God gave us dads so that we would be prepared and ready when it's time for us to get launched out into the world. I pray today that you will thank your dad for all the ways he helps you and give him a great big hug. Have a happy Father's Day.